Brenden Slaughter here for BeaversEdge.com, coming to you live from Research Stadium, where Oregon State just wrapped up its annual spring game. They're officially done with spring football 2022 as the Beavers conducted their 15 practices over the course of mid-March through now mid-April. And as you can see behind me, the construction here at Research Stadium on the west side is well underway. We're seeing a couple towers come up, and it's really starting to come along. So definitely wanted to give you guys early eyes on that to see the progress here at Research. But in terms of what happened on the field today, got to see quite a bit, as far as what the Beavers wanted to show us, but not necessarily like the same kind of stuff we saw during the practices throughout the spring. So what I mean by that is, today we saw a lot of second and third teamers out there. The first team offense, first team defense played pretty limited. I think the Beavers kind of know what they have with those guys. They feel real confident with those groups. So with that, we got to see a lot of the second team today. We got to see a lot of Ben Gulbranson, Tristan Gebbia at quarterback. Obviously Chance Nolan still running with the ones, still expected to kind of be the lead guy heading into summer and fall camp, but got to see Gulbranson and Gebbia run with the twos today. Each of them made some nice plays. I thought Gulbranson was the stronger of the two today. He was able to connect with Silas Bolden, who had himself a day today. I mean, have yourself a day, Silas Bolden. A couple touchdowns, couple nice receptions as well, including the touchdown to finish the game today, where he was able to break a couple tackles at about the 15-yard line, get into the end zone. He was mobbed by his teammates in the end zone afterwards. That closed out. You love to see that kind of energy here during the spring game. But on the other side, defensively, I really think we continue to see the benefits of having Trent Bray in as defensive coordinator. You could tell from day one of spring, the defense talked about aggressiveness. They talked about wanting to be more aggressive, wanting to play a more aggressive style. And we've seen that piece by piece play out over the course of spring. And then, today, for everyone that normally doesn't get to see practices, kind of saw what that looks like. So in terms of what differences there will be compared to the previous regime to now, it just seems like the defense has taken on the life of who Trent Bray is. He's a really fired up personality. He's a guy that, leads by emotion, so to speak. And so far we've seen the defense play that way too. They're playing with a swagger out there. They're playing tougher, particularly in the secondary. I think we're already seeing the benefits of having Anthony Perkins come in and join Blue Adams in the secondary as well. So with all that, about what we expected for the spring game, there are a couple things you'd like to see kind of the Beavers improve upon heading into fall camp. You'd obviously like to see the rotation settle in a little bit more. You'd like to see Chance Nolan perhaps seize that starting quarterback job and really kind of lock that down as his. Jonathan Smith said post practice or post spring game today, that they're not going to name a quarterback. Same kind of scenario we've seen as the years past, where they're likely to name it 2 to 3 weeks into fall camp. So keep an eye on that. And then another note that we wanted to throw in today was freshman running back Damian Martinez. We've talked about him at Beavers Edge a lot over the last couple weeks, just because he's gotten some run and has looked really good. He backed that up again today. Jonathan Smith name-checked him during the interview, said if he keeps it up, he expects him to be in the running back rotation. So that's something exciting as well. So all in all, a pretty good spring game for Oregon State. Got a chance to see what they did going live, saw some officials, saw some pageantry as far as the guys getting real excited to be out here and do this. But the real work starts now. We talked about with the guys afterwards, it seems as though they felt like they left a lot on the table last year. They go 7-6 with the loss to Utah State, obviously in the LA Bowl. But talking to Chance Nolan, he's like, we could have won more games. So that's definitely something that the players are taking ownership of heading into this next season, and it should be exciting. So again, coming to you live from Research Stadium, this is Brenden Slaughter signing off on this spring game recap.